Hi, and welcome back to the channel. We are finishing up season 1 of Invincible in this video. This is episode 8, titled Where I Really Come From. So we're finally fucking getting it. We're finally getting the explanation, I hope, of what is really up with Omni-Man, Nolan. Why did he do what he did to the Guardians? The previous episode ended with him saying to Mark, we need to talk. So just
let's talk.
Let's hear it, man. What the fuck is up? And we also have other stuff going on as well, but this is the big focus point. I feel like in the finale is going to be the whole Omni-Man thing, and everybody's got their eyes on it. So really fucking curious. And then after that, we're just going to have to wait for, I don't know how long before the second season. We'll see. So excited about this. Do you have anything you want to say before we start?
I do not have a bathing bucket, so
anything
you might be prepared for on-screen vomit. I don't know. Let's see what's out. I know this is gonna be very very horribly gory. So I am prepared, and let's see what's gonna happen.
Yes, we have been warned that this episode is probably going to be the worst gore, violence, blood-wise. The first one, or the ending of the first one, was definitely tough to watch at that point, and then some stuff also happened in the fifth episode, I think it was. But this is supposed to be the worst. But
I haven't eaten, so maybe I won't throw up.
All right, yeah.
Because then I'm going in on an empty stomach. Perfect.
That might be a good thing then. All right, let's do this. And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for some of the shows that we're doing, including Invincible, I was about to say, but now we're wrapping it up. But we are doing early reactions for Attack on Titan at the moment over on Patreon. The link is down in the description below. And here we go. Wrong remote. And here we go. Oh, nice. Great.
No.
Oh, shit.
Someone's controlling you. Dad.
No one is controlling him.
It's time for you to know where I really come from.
Go.
I am from Viltrum, but it's not the planet I've told you about.
Figured as much.
In order for our people to reach their full potential, we had to remove the weak from our society.
Jesus.
By the time I was born, Viltrum was already the greatest empire in our galaxy. We decided to make it the only empire in our galaxy.
All right.
Once I was old enough, I joined the war effort. Our most trusted officers were each given a planet to weaken by themselves. I was one of those lucky few.
With the whole Earth is not yours to conquer line from the second episode. Yep.
And now, we need to get Earth ready to join the Viltrum Empire. Mark, this is good news. We can finally do what we were meant to do, be who we were meant to be.
Conquerors, yay.
You'll live for thousands of years.
Whoa.
Do you understand what that means? Everyone you know and love will be gone before you even look 30.
Fuck.
I do love your mother, but she's more like a pet to me.
What?
This is the only way, Mark.
That's not the right way to go about it.
This is my home, and I won't let you destroy it.
You don't know what you're saying, and I can't let you
Oh my
interfere.
god.
I know exactly what I'm saying.
Dude, fuck. I can't beat him.
Can we get that lion guy to come save him, maybe?
Yeah, fuck, where's Battle Beast?
Map their trajectory. I need to know where they're going before they get there.
Did she hear everything?
Debbie, I'm so sorry you had to listen to that.
Yep.
They're going to kill each other, Cecil.
Omni-Man's kicking the shit out of him. The world's gone fucking nuts.
I truly hope Mark lives up to his name. To face his father and survive, he'll need to be...
There we go. Ooh, fuck.
That's a lot of blood.
Don't do this! It's not too late!
Yes, it is.
You're gonna fucking kill your son, dude?
That's what I say, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He's an obstacle, he's an obstacle.
Yeah. And Debbie is just a fucking pet to him. Fuck. I'm sure there's like some semblance, like a little bit of love there.
It's right to pity them, Mark. But wrong to value them over your own kind.
It's not valuing over anyone else, it's just...
Valuing them just as much, or
Well, at this point...
I feel really bad for these pilots.
Yep.
Oh shit, no!
Didn't think I was gonna make it.
Oh no.
You almost killed him!
So much effort. For what?
No!
Why, dude? The fuck?
Killed him!
Now or in 50 years when he's old, what difference does it make?
What's about to happen to all these people? Hell. Oh.
I've got you, I've got you. Don't move, don't move.
I'm not alive. No.
How could you do this?
That was your fault. Your stubbornness against the inevitable killed those people.
Is Mom's life worthless?
In the grand scheme of things, yes. For the first time in your life, I'm telling you the truth.
Fuck's sake, get out of the
Mark,
fucking...
fly away from the city.
Maybe this time you'll learn.
All these people, oh no. Jeez. Look at that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yep, this episode is pretty fucking bloody.
I will burn this planet down before I spend another minute living among these animals.
Fuck's sake. No redeeming qualities whatsoever about this guy.
I was wrong to raise you as a human. Well, your true education begins now.
Fucking. What can they do?
Gear up. We can't stop this fight, but we can save lives.
Cecil's orders were to stay here.
We don't care.
You're not a robot anymore, remember?
Go save some lives. Why the
Ugh. Ugh.
can't do much at all.
Damn.
Is Mark even conscious anymore? Like,
No.
whatever lesson you're teaching him, he's not really.
want to die for this planet? Fine! What's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid.
For fuck's sake.
Look at Mark.
Strike one.
You and we made him. See that look on his face? How can you see that and not feel the same way? As we get older, it's harder to feel that. But our children remind us of the joys in life. It brings us back, shows us what life is all about.
Debbie. Mama.
Is there really some sort of humanity in there?
Safe!
Did you see that? Did you see? Oh, that was amazing!
Yeah, I saw.
Dude.
Damn it!
Feelings!
Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. Everyone and everything you know will be gone. What will you have after 500 years?
Integrity.
You, Dad. I still have you. Dad?
Come on, let yourself feel. It's okay.
Where the fuck is he going?
Is she really supposed to see this?
There's been no sign of Omni-Man, Invincible, since yesterday. In time, we hope to know what ended this attack. But for now, we can be thankful that the danger is behind us.
Is it though? Fuck, that was intense.
I'm so proud of you. I'll let you rest.
He's so riddled with guilt right now.
Debbie? Sorry.
It's okay.
Send proxies to the funeral so your lives can go back to some kind of
Proxies,
normal once
okay.
Mark's healed up.
Normal?
Like, what I meant was...
No. I'm sorry. This is all very kind. Thank you.
Yeah. Nolan was doing everything under my nose and I never saw it. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't make things as right as they can be.
They are fucking exhausted. He's gonna remove that fucking blood stain.
Yeah.
I said stop.
Now we look like a team.
Now you've earned it. There's still plenty of episode left. Like, it feels like we're winding down, but something's gonna happen, right?
Well, they have to set up for the next season, right?
Yeah, that too. Someone hasn't been home for a while. Organizing the mail.
Have you heard from Mark?
Not since that stuff between him and his dad on the news. I'm really worried oh, shit.
Wait a minute, you know he's invincible?
Oh, man. You know, too? Oh, thank God. I thought I blew it.
I saw my dad fly away. Where'd he go?
Get your rest, kid. We'll talk later.
Hey, wait.
Where did he go?
Your mother knew he killed the Guardians, but she was holding out hope there was a good reason for it. So was I.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, where are we?
Yeah, where the fuck are you?
Lights.
Oh yeah, they're working on like that thing with the blood and they're working on a lot of stuff. Jeez. Fucking hell, they're reviving him again?
Poor guy.
The water America drinks so conveniently from their taps is laced with a chemical that inhibits the ability to see certain frequencies of light. Those frequencies are used in this room.
So it's all just invisible?
What the shit?
His trajectory, so he's going somewhere pretty damn far away.
Wilshire?
Which means we need a replacement.
No. Not now, not yet. Much better.
I'm going to go lie down for a bit.
Okay, Mom.
Poor Debbie. And Mark. Yeah.
Everyone.
I want to do what you do. I want to be just like you.
You will be, son. You will.
You will be. Sorry.
I'm gonna order something for dinner.
Oh no.
Want to get a pizza?
That's understandable.
Absolutely.
Mark!
Oh, hi.
Whoa.
Are you... I know you're not okay, but do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I think I do.
Good idea. Oh, wait a minute.
I mean, after everything on the TV about you and Omni... hey, Amber.
She knows.
She knows about my dad.
Oh, okay. They know?
You guys want to,
Talk?
let's go out.
Yeah. All for you.
I can't believe our time together was a lie.
It's rough.
I wish he'd come back.
Me too.
Pour me one of those.
I've only got the one glass.
I don't care. Pour.
Can we talk about something else?
We can try, but it's literally all anyone is talking about in the whole world. Okay.
But,
Well, facts.
What else is there to talk about?
I need you. Now. Hurry.
Oh. What?
Sorry, I'll be right back.
What's going on?
Well, I'm Adam Eve.
Oh my god, I see it now. You can make
Look at that
doubles of yourself.
No, that's duplicate. I'm the pink one.
Oh, right. Of course.
Aw.
That was not the reaction she was looking for. Okay, what's flying towards Earth? Who
From deep space.
is flying towards Earth? Ellen!
Ellen!
Oh,
Hey!
it's just you.
Wait.
Oh, thank heavens. I thought I was too late. There's a Viltrumite living on your planet.
This may take a while.
Let's do this again. Yeah.
That is super weird for a Viltrumite. They don't just give up. They're relentless.
Oh, maybe he's
They
coming back with
destroyed my world when
reinforcement?
my people rebelled against them. They blew up our planet rather than lose it.
What?
Coalition is trying to unite enough worlds to stop the Viltrumite Empire.
Oh,
The
shit.
thing is, no one's even heard of a Viltrumite abandoning their post. This could be the advantage we've been looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking about everything I've been through, how huge it all feels. But the fact it's just a small part of something much larger makes it all seem more manageable.
I get that.
They don't give up without a fight.
I'll be ready.
I hope so. What's the plan in the meantime?
Oh shit! Save Mars from that. That's gonna be a thing. I'll come back and these guys are rebuilding.
Oh,
He's still alive. What the fuck? What's this? Okay. Oh fuck.
Oh, poor guy with the arm.
He's holding a grudge.
Mm-hmm. Ew.
Oh, and he's making an army of those things with the help of that fucking lunatic. Cecil.
Finish high school, I guess.
Oh, all right, good. Sounds good.
Sure, good place to start.
What is high school?
What is high school? All right. They set up a lot of stuff for the second season.
Even things we haven't really touched upon
No.
in this season.
No, yeah.
Maybe.
And then the big, really big plot or story about like the whole universe.
It couldn't be bigger scale.
Nope. Going against the Viltrumites, the coalition of planets. Yeah, this story just got way bigger.
Yeah.
And now we have to wait for the second season. But all right, that was the final episode of season 1 of Invincible. And we got it, the whole explanation about Nolan, the Viltrumites, what they're really doing. And it was actually like, we went back and forth with theories about what could it be, and could he, like, was there maybe something about cloning, or like he wiped out the Guardians because of this and that, and he's actually a good guy. And no, which we should have just stuck to our original theory, which was Viltrumites don't protect planets, they conquer them. And that's pretty much what it was. Then with a little bit more backstory in there with how they wiped out all the weakest Viltrumites, and only the strongest were left, and then they started conquering thousands of planets, just got spread a bit too thin, and then they came up with this new way of doing it by sending just one Viltrumite to each planet. And yeah, Nolan got Earth, so there's that. And then also the fact that Viltrumites, they can get quite old. They live for a long time. So everything that Nolan experienced on Earth, it was just a very small, tiny sliver of his life, and he was still very much loyal to the Viltrumites. But there was still something in there. That's the reason why he left in the end. He left his post, which has never happened before, as Alan explained it. So he still, even though he said what he said, and with the whole pet thing about Debbie, and how in the grand scheme of things he doesn't really care about her, I think that was, his Viltrumite loyalty speaking there, and him trying to also persuade himself that that's how things are. But in reality, there was something in there. Like he cared for his family, and especially his son on Earth.
Yeah, Debbie really instilled something in him, like the link to humanity.
Yeah, she's an amazing person. Just everything she's saying,
she's honestly hands down my favorite character in this whole
and she's just like, she has no superpowers except for her ability to, like, her empathy and her ways of explaining things, and the love that she's got, but also her ability to persevere even though all of this happened to her. And we totally, like, as we said out loud when she kind of broke down a couple of times, of course she did. She is still human, but she's also such a strong character.
But maybe that's why he was attracted to her. Maybe that was what infatuated him with her.
Yeah.
That she was actually so, like, she's like maybe the best of human being, or one of the best human beings. And maybe that was what he was attracted to, because that's like the polar opposite of him. He's raised into this belief that it's almost like they're completely stripped of feelings. They're completely stripped of anything other than their purpose as a Viltrumite to take over the world.
Yes, to just expand the empire, and that's pretty much it. But she must have, as you said, like, shown him something where he then was willing to, like, start a family with her. And I don't know if that was part of the plan to begin with when he came to Earth to conquer it. I have a feeling it wasn't, and it was, as you're saying, just because Debbie is who she is, and she got to Nolan in that way by just being the best humanity has to offer, in a way, even though he looks at humanity as, they're not worth nearly as much as the Viltrumites, and he's looking down on them.
And I don't think that Viltrumites usually infiltrate like that. And
by starting a family. Like,
it feels kind of unique for this particular thing. Like, he got a son, he wanted to of course, raise him into being able Viltrumite, and
Yeah, and there's the added bonus of human beings and Viltrumites looking like each other. So
Yeah.
it's not like he doesn't stand out in that way compared to other alien races that we've definitely seen throughout the show. And then when Mark was laying there and Nolan was just, yeah, beating him to a pulp, and he then said, like, or Nolan asked him, what are you going to have in 500 years? Because all of this is going to go away. Human lives are insignificant compared to ours, and yada, yada, yada. And Mark said, you, Dad, I'm still going to have you. We're still father and son. And I think that really, really got to him.
I don't think it was that. I think it was because he knocked out his teeth. The front teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So he looked like back when he...
Oh, yeah, the flashback we then got. That was definitely... But yeah, I think it was a combined thing. That was just like the last thing that happened before he left Earth.
Yeah, and it's I know the whole thing, I think, maybe just got to him, and even though Viltrumites, they're completely like robots, basically. It feels like they have no emotions whatsoever. They feel nothing. They're absolutely hollow, and yeah,
that's what it seems like. Yeah.
So it seems like just this teeny tiny sliver of emotion, of caring.
Yeah,
I'd say even like just this teeny tiny sliver of caring was enough to completely set him off course.
Yeah, I do think he was, knocked off course even before that, because if what we are talking about here, or what we're presuming is true, that Viltrumites aren't really supposed to feel anything in that regard when it comes to like emotions and get involved in situations like that, he wouldn't have gotten as mad as he did too. Like, he got really fucking mad because Mark just wouldn't understand things the way that he was explaining them, and he was still being opposed to everything, and he was just like, no, fucking get it, understand this, so I don't have to beat you to a pulp. And
but
so he probably, I get the sense that no, he didn't really want to do that at all.
No,
and he was honestly like mad at Mark to begin with.
Honestly, this way that he was then blaming Mark for suddenly having feelings, and so it's all about, like, instead of seeing his own,
he was projecting.
Yeah, and I think this I don't know, because I haven't experienced domestic abuse, but I do believe that this sort of abuse it's pretty common to turn this around and saying, why are you making me do these things?
Yeah.
Instead of, having that sort of like, I don't know what's it called in English, but like self-insight, so like the...
insight.
Yeah, and the insight, like, to your own feelings, like the being able to analyze your own feelings and understand where this is coming from. And instead it's just much easier to just oh, you're making me do these things, you are the one
blaming everyone else besides yourself, which is he did, and he showed anger, and
maybe. And I think maybe it's also like a guilt thing, because they don't want to know, they don't want to have this insight, they don't want to be aware that what they're doing is completely wrong. So instead of just acknowledging that they are wrong and what they're doing is just horrible, they will just again blame them, because it's much easier for them to understand, to fathom, to
contextualize, or what are you?
It's handgripelig.
It's much more manageable.
Yeah, exactly, manageable. It's much more manageable. Yeah.
Sorry, sometimes it's
easy to manage.
It can get difficult with second language and all that.
And also getting riled up and
yes. I want to say this thing, but I'm missing a word. How can I say this? And Whew, damn, that was some fucking finale. really difficult to watch when, like, in the middle of their battle and all the destruction and all the death that was going on. I'm guessing that's what you guys were referring to when you said that's the gory part of it, and that's why we might need a bucket or
And
something.
I immediately, as I saw that train thing, I was just like, nope, I'm out of here.
Fuck yeah, that scene in and of itself. Oh man, that was fucking brutal. Like, the people who are even coming up with this stuff, like Robert Kirkman, are you all right, dude? And then we also, of course, we got some other stuff in the episode, besides like the main part with Mark and Nolan and Debbie, because that was not over with, but when we reached the halfway point of the episode, that was pretty much when Nolan left, and then they were sort of winding things down from there, and we got sort of an epilogue, and I like that, that we got time to slow things down a little bit again, settle, with all with what just happened. And we got to see some of the characters we've gotten to know throughout the season, where they are, and everybody being affected by this, the whole world being affected by this. But then, towards the very end, that's when we got the, Mark flying off into space because something was heading to Earth. It wasn't Omni-Man, but it was Alan. Alan, the alien, which was nice to see him again. We were hoping to see him again. And he sort of, opened the world up to us even more, and explaining, or he came there to warn Mark, actually, that, oh my god, you have a Viltrumite! There's a Viltrumite. It's like, we just dealt with that, so to say, or he just left. And then, explaining with the rest of, like, the coalition of planets, and so that's like the big overarching storyline we're getting into, possibly with, like, the entire universe having to band together against the Viltrumite Empire. Damn, that's really interesting. And then we also got a lot of quick, flashes or shots and, like, sequences with stuff we knew about, stuff they've set up throughout the season with Titan, for example, and what Cecil is working on with D.A. Sinclair. And then we also got some other stuff that at first, like, seemed random, but I'm sure it's going to make sense when we get to the next season. And it's just stuff they're setting up. Characters like that mad scientist dude who survived. How the fuck did he survive? And he's talking to a race of underground lava beings. What the hell is that?
Did he create them?
Yeah.
Were they already there and they kind of just adopted him? Sorry.
Adopted? Or, rescued him? Whatever's going on there, that's a mystery. We even got to check in on Mars again, where things are not going well. And we knew that because the last we saw of Mars, they were being, like, these face hugger things, like they were invading Mars, or sorry.
We know that there's a Martian on Earth.
Oh yeah, because a Martian infiltrated the ship that was going back to Earth. Yep. Too. So that's definitely going to come up again. Oh, we also saw Battle Beast real quick. So he's going to come back. Can we maybe get his help against the Viltrumites?
Are there more?
Yeah, are there more Battle Beasts out there? Because he was pretty damn fucking... I don't know if he could have beaten Nolan, but he was fucking... Yep, they only won in that, or they only got away from that situation because he left.
Got bored or whatever?
He got bored and left, yeah. So much to look forward to.
But even, like, I also think we saw glimpses of people we haven't seen.
Yeah,
Did you say that?
Yeah, I said we saw some stuff that we didn't know about, or, like, stuff that we hadn't seen already. Right. But yeah, you're right. There was some stuff in there that we hadn't seen yet.
Like new antagonists, perhaps.
Perhaps things that are going to come into play. And I also just want to quickly touch again on a character, Cecil. He's a really interesting character.
Yeah.
Because he's saying the right things sometimes, and doing the right things, and trying to be there to support Debbie. but then he's creating this army on the side with the Sinclair dude. He is very much, as he said so himself, he's very much in the gray, and he likes to keep things gray. So he's a complicated guy, but that's also something that I really like about this series, is the fact that all the characters are quite complicated, and it's not really black and white.
And I love, like, just as I said before, that Debbie is my favorite character. I really like Cecil. I guess it's because I see a lot of myself in him in a way, that this, like, he's so utilitarian. And it speaks to me. This is the same, he reminds me a little bit of Ozymandias or Adrian Veidt from
Watchmen.
From Watchmen. And, like, I know there's definitely people that hate him and they can't really see why someone would like him so much as I do, and I have opinions about the character. That's not the point. It's this whole thing where it's like, I know I'm doing bad things. I know I'm doing really bad things. He knows, like Cecil knows that he's doing horrible things.
He hates himself for it.
Yeah, exactly. But he also sees it as necessary, and he feels like, I am in a position, maybe that's more Adrian, but I think it could be transferred as well.
Yeah.
I'm in a position where I can actually do good for the sake of good, even though, like, and people can hate me. People should hate me. But I will take the fall.
Yeah.
If that means that.
Exactly. If I'm gonna save the human race or whatever.
Yeah.
So what you said, I don't know if it was in the previous one or the one before that, but yeah, he is a utilitarian, like the ultimate utilitarian, and in that way he's very much like Adrian Veidt from Watchmen, where the ends, like, they justify the means and they will do whatever it takes. And I think also what you're saying, that you like characters like that, it's not necessarily because, like, we 100% agree with
not always, no,
what they're doing, but we can definitely see where they're coming from, and that way of thinking and way of doing things can be quite interesting character-wise.
Yeah, and there is definitely something in me or about me that I've seen these characters like Adrian Veidt or Cecil. I work in a field that I don't like, I love the field. It's just that sometimes we have to sacrifice something. We have to sacrifice animals or stuff that is gonna end up serving for the greater good in the end. But it's like not nice. It's not necessarily a good thing. Like we're doing, like the deed in itself, it might not be good, but the ends hopefully justify the means.
Yes, but I don't think you're saying you can see yourself in characters like Cecil and Ozymandias, but I can't see you doing anything like what they're doing and sacrificing thousands and thousands of people.
Not if I can help it.
You are way too empathetic for that. I think that's like, if you were to become a utilitarian, I don't think that would ever happen unless
hard utilitarian.
Unless someone was able to remove your empathy, because you have plenty of that. You have that in spades as well. So it balances out. You know,
it's not unempathetic to be a utilitarian.
It's just on a bigger scale that you're willing to sacrifice to reach a bigger goal.
It's a moral gray area where it's very hard to talk about these things because people have different opinions.
And that's why it always makes for good storytelling, and it's always being used in movies and series, and with a lot of these characters, it's the whole discussion about, if we sacrifice these people over there, if we sacrifice 1,000 to save 1,000,000, is that the right way to go about things? Someone like Captain America, who you also like very much, he would be against that. Like, he would very much be against utilitarians.
So we're in the middle between the two.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're kind of like, you got some Ozymandias, you got some Captain America. They're very much opposites, and then maybe landing in the middle.
And you can definitely shift your point of view throughout your life. It's not like you're always like the most empathetic person. It's not
No, things can happen that will
exactly.
shift your
Your
viewpoints,
perspective,
your perspective.
definitely. And it's just, but as you say, this is just like a good storytelling or interesting characters in that way, and it's definitely it makes you, it makes these characters interesting, and it makes them it gives them some depth and some. And
If you can identify with any given character inside of a movie or a series, then like they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
So
or they did their job.
They did their job, and the people behind Invincible, they certainly did their job. Like really amazing first season. Really enjoyed it. I'm so curious about what's going to happen. I know we could just dive into the comics, but I'd rather wait for the series and then we can do these reactions with you guys, because that's a lot of fun as well. And I know you like to see us being tortured once in a while when we're watching things. But I think we're nearing the end here, unless you have anything a teeny tiny thing.
Well, we also checked in with William, what's her,
Amber.
Samantha and Amber, and so they knew about.
Yeah.
And then
we got some funny moments there with William at first being like, "Oh shit, no, I revealed it to Samantha or Eve. Oh, you knew already. All right." And then he almost did the same thing with Amber, and oh, you also know. Okay, good. I'm in the clear.
Yeah, so now they all know, and that makes everything much easier. And the relief of you saw on Mark's face when they were like, "You want to talk about it?" And he was able to say,
Yes,
"Yeah, let's talk
finally.
about it finally." And I think it's also a very good message to send, that you shouldn't deal with this shit alone.
No.
And that's also something I just want to connect with Debbie, because it feels like Debbie is trying to do this all by herself, and that's when she reached out to the custom maker. I can remember
Art Rosenbaum.
yeah. So she talked with him about it because they could talk about it.
Yeah.
But we have seen Debbie all time and time again trying to carry all this weight on her shoulders by herself, and not cry and not break down
in front of Mark.
In front of Mark, exactly. And it's just like, you're still a very strong person, even though you break down in front of them. They will not think less of you for showing that like despair. It's okay.
Yeah, showing that you're human, and it's part of being strong as well. That you can admit those things and can admit that you need help or you need people around you. You need to talk to someone. That is being strong.
Yeah, and it's not like, I'm not saying, and you're completely right, I'm not saying that I wouldn't do it myself, because I am completely, it's ingrained in my brain that I am not supposed to cry in front of people. I still do it, but in this situation, I think I would do the exact same as Debbie, but I also know that it's kind of unhealthy to just let it all.
I have a tendency to do that as well. I'm sure many people do. That's why it happens that we kind of try just kind of go into our own shell and try to manage all of it by ourselves. But it takes
and not cry because it makes you look weak. That's
and it takes real strength to actually do that and to open up to the people around you with that sort of stuff. So that was really nice to see. Ending on a hopeful note there, at least, and also the fact that Amber and Mark, they actually got back together. So that was sweet. That was sweet. So this episode just had it all, and this series had it all. I think that's gonna do it then.
Guardians of the Globe. They they had a cute little moment there with watching off the
exactly. Their teamwork, it got stronger, and now they've earned it. They can remove the blood, so that's good to see as well. And with Robot, or Rudy, that's his name now, seems like they sort of just accepted him. I'm sure there's gonna be more there in the future, and between him and Monster Girl, perhaps. But that was also good to see.
Yeah.
Yes. But that's gonna do it for this reaction and review of Invincible Season 1. Thank you guys so much for watching and following along, and we'll see you as soon as possible. Bye!
Bye!